right, so here he is, one of the greatest welterweights in UFC history, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. Some criticize maybe his risk mitigation late in that Leon Edwards fight, but this man is an offensive fighter. He's got every skill in the book, and we'll see which ones he chooses to employ here tonight.
It's crazy because when he came off the Ultimate Fighter, he was known as a bit boring. But him and Trevor Whitman have such a great partnership that they have developed a style that works for Kamaru, and it works at such an elite level. He got caught. How does he bounce back? This guy, his jab is tremendous. He can knock you out with it. His wrestling and his top control is second to none. Kamaru Usman possesses all the skills in the world. How does he implement those skills tonight when he steps inside the octagon?
And one thing you never have to worry about, the output, the work ethic, one of the hardest workers in the room in the UFC, and he is at the height of motivation getting back on the proven ground tonight. Kamaru Usman. He has graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so Islam Makhachev getting back on the proven ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you got to think it's going to take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the belt away tonight.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's got to be on point. Your striking's got to be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight. The great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight.
Good.
All right, round getting underway, and we take a look at the Combat Sambo World Champion and UFC lightweight contender, Islam Makhachev. What will he do in this fight? Well, oftentimes he does whatever he wants to do. Certainly he can impose his will on the ground, where his game is just so nuanced when it comes to the throws and the trips and the manipulation of joints and everything else. But on the feet, in a kickboxing setting, this man is proven elite as well. A true 5-tool player who many believe by year's end could just be the king of the lightweight division.
Top position and work your elbows. I need you to be active on the ground now.
Nice positional control here.
Get through side.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah. He's got to be careful here.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Makhachev's right back to the full mount.
Big ground and pound.
Makhachev's going for a choke. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Oh, now he bails on the submission. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Usman. All right, so the big storyline in this one, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. The wrestling's on point and the ground and pound going on as well.
You know, these skills are what allowed for Kamaru Usman to become the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He is a tremendous wrestler, incredibly strong, and you are seeing all that happen in the octagon right now. He is on point.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Islam Makhachev. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Oh, man, another ground strike gets through. It's going to be Motrin in the morning. The swelling starting to appear. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Final seconds here of round one. Good work from the top here by Islam Makhachev. Round two next.
All right, take a seat, buddy. Great round. All right, listen to me. Breathe. Deep breath into that nose, out to that mouth. All right, perfect round. I need you to go out there and do it.
All right, let's look back at some of the action in that round, DC. What a high-level display of offensive wrestling.
I mean, this is a joy for me to watch. I enjoy watching a guy maintain this level of wrestling for as long as he has done this. He is constantly in his opponent's face. He's constantly taking him down. Getting taken down and getting up is exhausting. Let's see how tired his opponent is at the start of the next round.
A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman. He sets it good right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, he's been very close.
Oh, he's got it again.
All right, he gets the takedown now, DC. We'll see what he can do in this advantageous spot.
He set it up beautifully. Let's see if he can now take full advantage of it.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Hey, scramble, get up. Scramble, scramble.
Oh, right into mount.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Usman. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round two.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat. Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom.
Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back.
Nice.
Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Usman ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
While landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Usman. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. so much wrestling, so much practice, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Usman ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. Round three next. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was. He hurt him pretty badly there in the middle of the round. Got to think he's going to be looking for more of the same here when they get up off the stools.
I don't know who it is. I don't know who we're watching fight. But I tell you, as he walks back, he looks like Bambi. When Bambi was born and her legs were shaking, that's exactly how this man looked when he took that right hand. He was hurt bad, John. And the ability to get through that, the ability to still be in this fight shows to his toughness. But if he doesn't change it, he will not get another chance.
Bambi.
Bambi.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Round three of a possible five. He tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Makhachev.
He gets in a single collar tie. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent. Oh, my God.
Nice judo toss for him there. All right, going for a single leg takedown here. That is usually his takedown attempt of choice, and it works out for him.
Absolutely. He is comfortable. He is home when he's in on a single leg.
Makhachev's trying to get a triangle here. Oh, it's tight.
Look at him. He's starting to flash. Oh, my goodness. He slams him down. He works to escape that triangle choke. Great job. Great technique. I mean, great physicality by this youngster.
And just when you thought he might get submitted, instead he turns defense into offense and power bombs his opponent on the canvas. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamaru Usman.
Nice shot lands from the bottom. Oh, he puts his knee on belly.
Well, that combination's going to leave a mark. You see him getting top position, standing over his opponent, and delivering the ground strike. Nice job by Usman. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward. Changing the position.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
The ground strike's starting to pile up.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Usman's right back to the full mount here.
He's trying to get to a half guard at least. At minimum, try to go to half guard.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Hey, get him in full guard now. Get him in full guard. Recover. Full guard.
Makhachev's in half guard. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round.
Stay calm, keep those hands up.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Makhachev's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is starting to bleed a little bit now. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds.
Don't worry about the cut. You're fine.
All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon. He's getting him out here. He's got to start throwing now. Got to be careful here. Great job landing from the top position.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground.
It's hard to watch him target that same area, and every time he lands, the swelling gets worse. Arm triangle, arm triangle.
Ooh, he's got it locked in.
This has got to be it. He's got the submission.
It's work. I'm standing up. It's work.
Working out Ezekiel choking, he somehow gets out.
He just had to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're going to get submitted. He didn't panic.
Good, solid strike on the ground. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Oh, shades of the Godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position. Oh, he's going to triangle again. That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat? He passes to half.
Usman's tough as it gets, but that eye is downright nasty at this point in time. And you've got to wonder, given all the swelling, if that might even be a fractured orbital. Not good for Lim.
All right, breathe.
All right, so the round is over. The swelling on the fighter's eye is getting out of control at this point in time. Maybe they bring in the doctor to see if his vision has been impaired. It has certainly been compromised to some extent here. But again, he has had no answer for the offense coming back tonight, and as such, that eye is nearly swollen shut. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Nice shot over the top there. Makhachev gets caught by that straight punch. Can't take too many more of those. All right, they separate now. We'll see who can get off in space. Beautiful straight punch there by Kamaru Usman. And straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the one that lands perfect, and that one landed perfectly.
Makhachev's in half guard. Pretty accurate there from bottom position. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Attempting an armbar here. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, you see. You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He was able to withstand the fire, and now he finds himself out and safe. Now he's on top, exactly where he wanted to go.
Makhachev's back in full mount. Well, you know he's tougher than I am, right? But this man has absorbed so much damage upstairs that I wouldn't be surprised to see the referee call in the doctor at some point.
Well, at some point, you got to take a look at it. He's so bruised, he's so battered, he's so swollen. And credit to his opponent for finding a route to victory and staying on that. He has dominated this fight.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Makhachev's in half guard. Oh, good ground and pound here.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Makhachev's back in full mount.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
All right, so they came in unquestionably the two best in the world in this division, and they showed you exactly why here tonight. A lot of people may think the challenger did enough. For me, slightly into the champion to retain his title.
I agree with you, John. I thought the champion did just enough to keep his belt. And this has nothing to do with you got to beat the champ to get the belt. No, the champion outworked him in the big spots, and he should retain his title.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 49-45, and 49-45. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
All right, so another one bites the dust. Another challenger goes by the wayside. Congratulations to the still undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world. There he is. Hard 25 minutes fought here tonight, but he goes out the way he came in, undisputed as the king of the 170s in the UFC.